counter plan and then case straight down. Sorry.
Bottom of the counter plan and then case.
Yeah.
Where's my case flow go? I apologize, I just had my flow. Where is it? No. Ah, I think it's over here. Oh, I found it. Thank you for waiting. Sorry about that.
You ready?
Course of this terms the case until House of Rights to fix educational economic benefits for acts on made discriminatory to KNK 1. The Department of access property rights to the access to the economic equality and attorney has may have security first. The margin taken access by people particularly the economic protections by private supposed to not look at with black and reverse effective more planning real estate insurance companies that outline must be effective for the state black the excess housing choice moving the suburbs and property tax law makes school choice school segregation definitely Afghan solvent levy in 98. Property tax laws were invented in the school to suburbs of property schools all the affirmative evidence, the 1AC and additionally the rest of the case and the 2AC are all warranted by the fact that black individuals and minority individuals live in segregated communities, which is ultimately the root cause of racism, not the segregation of schools itself. Case. At the top. She reaches his guard 7 says it's going to solve anything. Answer back all my case. I would contest that individuals go to schools are better off. But my first answer is the guard's discussion is completely horrible. It does not have a single warrant to any of its claims to make illusions that the individuals are smarter, better, they are more well adjusted and less racist. However, it doesn't answer back any of our fundamental arguments about how we don't solve racism. All of the one I see case in fact, this doesn't answer back the disestablishment cases that lead consumers and commodification and marketing. But bigger impacts they're talking about here is fundamentally false. Layoffs, fundamentally false. Layoffs segregation leads to firing black teachers in education period in 1993. School segregation leads to stopping the discharge of black teachers in the administration of the evidence of the black teachers in the administration change. But fire not replacing numbers fails with the course of black students and like I said, resegregation through tracking to tours in 98. The rights expedition the subordination of whites productive benefit the school district has launched new models of resegregation grouping came into operation reproducing learning imbalance between whites and colored people and third is that term coercion minorities will be coercively bused in education 393. But there's the racial balance after 3 out of black students west Supreme White County. They have not been chosen to answer every 7 in case the best is not how there was nothing to do. No. Additionally, the extended one is the Ron Hart 94 and the evidence not answered in the case of the existing civil rights legislation means even the line in the card says even if you're to overrule Milligan today, little of it will be changed economic education for millions of African children. Just extend the second piece of the problem is demographic and housing problem is only the counter can solve back for fundamental problems of racism and educational inequality happening status quo. Now they say all evidence says the all evidence says it like the current segregation leads to destruction of black communities. This is a quote from the Brown versus Board decision is coming from this Orlo card. However, 3 decades of reintegration have proven that these type of actions are actually damaging the black community and the black community. They ultimately destroy the ability of inner cities to actually create some type of community. The quote for evidence is that it allows the fringes of the black community to be effective, but the inner sanctum remains intact. Just like the Adams speech and integration fails by sending white privileges. So this means that even if they can win, they affect some individuals from they make some individuals smarter, better, or have better jobs. It means the right system still is intact, which will in fact all 100% of the case. In fact, as the Brown in 93 evidence to say that the 4 evidence for the 1 and C, which indicates that the integration didn't mean as after American culture, respect the norms, even if the people in schools that makes them less poor, also means that the black communities are destroyed by the means of thinking those communities are inferior. That ultimately the white culture is better than black culture. Additionally, extended guarantee 5 minutes. The next piece that's the next section 1 and C, which indicates that integration just the black inferiority. This is proven by the fact that we place black people into white schools, not white people into black schools. The very analogy of the entire case proves the reason why proves the inferiority inherent in the entirety of the process. Additionally, extend In Milwaukee, 97 evidence indicates that we destroyed black intellectuals by taking them out of the community, putting them in the white communities. It's ultimately the ultimate way to destroy black communities, type of cultural genocide. They say Garth Evans proves that that black teachers, they say the answer to teachers argument, it doesn't. The teachers, our argument is that teachers will prevent innovation happening. Garth Evans only says that teachers will be fired. This proves our point about racial inferiority. Also, this says yeah, that's fine. And also, this treats black people's inferior, masculine, integrating qualities for a little. In 2004, the American education schools achieving quality, including black institutions, black inferior, black community, inferior, so back to the quality of black education was inferior quality pathology. There was a massive quality. So the black schools just going to turn back all the racism events from 1AC to prove what they cannot. So for any of the all of their case impacts, additionally they say the Lackford and Whitehouse evidence is that they can prove their house argument. This argument says that individuals will go to magnet schools to prove back to prove our choice arguments and our white privilege arguments, because it means that rich, smart white kids go to magnet schools where there's no more minority individuals. It's going to prove our integrate or resegregation policies. They say that Article 2 evidence says busting evidence is a negative. However, it says yeah, that's fine. That also makes it right.
Particularly why these are net benefits of account.
Oh, and also these are all net benefits of account because we're going to solve back racism arguments better. All the evidence at the bottom of the account I just read it. The root of the problem is housing, not the other way around, which means we can solve those all better. And just extend the 1NC, the bottom 1NC, the 1NC cards are the Smith 95 points indicates that segregation prevents social reform because schools will again on racism and on the actual tenets for education. Addition to the next Smith card says the teacher won't follow and that's all above in the married parental system prevent integration. Also extend the Apple and Federal 2005 evidence that increases white power and privilege because it puts white in the hands of reasserting themselves in the educational sphere. And also extend educational theory 93 evidence that indicates that it will increase discrimination against minorities. As look, those are seen as inferior and placed in the white schools. This is the exact type of problem. Look, we have a task force only removed by the housing counter plan, which because it reintegrates in a more natural to organic process, allows individuals to intermingle communities among races, which is also what the warrants are in all of their 1AC and all of our 1NC, 2NC, or evidence.
How much prep do we have?
542.